Diddy's life in MDC jail just got 1,000 times worse, and new reports show he's being tortured by both inmates and guards. This changes everything about his case. Now, I know you want to know exactly what's happening to Diddy behind bars at MDC Brooklyn. Well, recent reports reveal something shocking. The man who once lived in $40 million mansions is now living in constant fear, being tortured by inmates and guards and having panic attacks every single night. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why Diddy might know something that's making powerful people very nervous. Before we dive into these torture reports, you need to understand what MDC Brooklyn really is. This isn't your average jail. It's been called hell on earth by judges, and even some refuse to send people there. Diddy went from private jets and caviar to maggot-infested food and 23-hour lockdowns. But here's the thing, celebrities usually get some protection in jail. So why is Diddy different? Listen, when I first heard these reports, I couldn't believe what I was reading. Sources close to the situation are saying Diddy's swagger is gone. He's become what they're calling a broken wreck. This man who used to command rooms full of A-list celebrities is now having panic attacks and constant fear of being murdered. According to these reports, he hasn't had a single good night's sleep since arriving at MDC Brooklyn. Can you imagine going from silk sheets in a mansion to lying awake all night scared for your life? And here's something that really caught my attention. A Twitter official page posted that Diddy's life is in danger in prison. According to a former warden at the facility, many inmates would see killing him as a badge of honor. Think about that for a second. We're not talking about regular prison politics here. The guards are allegedly giving him intimidating looks and treating him worse than a rat. But the most disgusting part? They're reportedly serving him maggot-infested food deliberately. Despite getting this nasty food, Diddy is constantly afraid that his meals might be poisoned by other inmates. His new reality is a tiny, nasty bed, way different from those massive beds he used to have in his mansions. I found some footage showing exactly why Diddy's life at MDC is literal hell on earth.
New York prison where Diddy has been for the last 3 weeks has been described as hell on earth for its deplorable conditions. The rapper is in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, which has housed other high-profile criminals, including Ghislaine Maxwell, Sam Bankman-Fried, R. Kelly, and Billy McFarland. It's been plagued by understaffing, constant lockdowns, and even inmate suicides and deaths. Just this summer, an inmate was murdered, and at least 4 others have died by suicide within the past 3 years. Diddy's lawyers complained this week that the roughest part for the rapper, who's obviously accustomed to a life of luxury, was the food.
Recently, I came across a TikTok video where women were talking about these Diddy parties, saying young people were being shopped around by Hollywood deviants who could do anything with them. Now it's karma. Diddy is getting tortured in prison.
Y'all, we gotta have another conversation. One of the victims that was tortured at Diddy's party has come out. She is showing her face. She is speaking about it all, and she is telling everything. Y'all, she is telling everything from the fact that the black parties are specifically called black parties because those are the ones where they are offering up black minor children. Y'all, this shit is getting crazy. Y'all, let me tell you, I'm so angry right now. I'm so angry. This young lady said at the black parties, the young black children are laid out. At a certain hour, the lights go out and the music stops, and there are different levels to this. She said, and all the celebrities are there. And she said, not just celebrities, perverts alike. It's like shopping, y'all. It's like shopping, and they are shopping for which child they want to torture, assault, and humiliate. Y'all, this is so awful. You guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. We have to stop making excuses for these people. I am telling you guys, they have been torturing our babies, and this is why no one wants to talk about it. She said that she was in DFACS care. Did y'all hear me? She was in DFACS care.
Now, let me explain something important about prison culture that most people don't understand. Crimes against women aren't respected behind bars. These inmates look at Diddy and think, he could have been doing that to my sister. That's the reality of how they see him. The video evidence of him attacking Cassie makes him guilty in the inmate's eyes, regardless of what happens in court.
As he lives in constant fear of being attacked or murdered. See, when you get locked up, everybody assumes, especially if you've never been through that system, that you just kind of go sit still, and it's more boring than it is anything. And sometimes that's true. Sometimes it is more boring than anything. But in Diddy's case, he can't go nowhere. Just like outside, he can't go nowhere in that jail without somebody saying, hey, is he in here with us? Or the guards going, oh, we got him. And him beating the more serious charges doesn't negate him from the politics and day-to-day life of jail. So on the street, people like, yeah, he coming home soon.
He's not just another rich guy to them. He's seen as a creepy Hollywood scumbag. His money and fame mean nothing there. Actually, it makes things worse for him. You have to understand, most people in jail are there for drug crimes or trying to make money. They're not there for the type of stuff Diddy is accused of. When you have charges involving violence against women, that puts a target on your back immediately. Here's where it gets really twisted. Diddy apparently walked into prison thinking he'd be some kind of cult figure. Boy, was he wrong. Instead of respect, he's getting despised by everyone around him.
Sean Combs is being kept away from the general inmate population. You say his fame makes him a target.
Yeah, sure, and not necessarily at the MDC only. I mean,
anywhere.
Yes, in my humble estimation, his life, his safety is in jeopardy in any correctional lockup right now. If it is true, as reported, that he is housed in the special housing unit, it's important to note that the special housing unit is a lockdown, 24-hour lockdown unit. The MDC Brooklyn is a high-rise. The vast majority of the floors are general population floors, but the special housing unit is a 24-hour lockdown facility. So this is for Mr. Combs' protection.
Other inmates are allegedly making him pay for protection. But here's the sick part. The demands keep escalating. First, it might be commissary items. Then it becomes send money to my baby mama. Then it gets bigger and bigger until you can't keep up. But even when you pay, there's a cycle. The inmates demand money, take what they want, then get tired of you anyway. Some of these trustees serving his food trays are probably saying, this one's special for the superstar, and trust me, that's not a good thing. Now here's where this story gets really interesting. The real reason he's being treated worse than other celebrities might be because of what he knows and who he could expose. There are conspiracies going around the internet that someone might be trying to take him out because he's got receipts that could destroy Hollywood big names. Think about it. Diddy was at the center of the entertainment industry for decades. He's seen everything. A rapper in the industry, Boosie, even claimed it was Jay-Z who framed Diddy and that he might take him out.
All this so-called friends, see, he gotta wake up now. All them who are toasting that glass with him, ain't nobody say nothing for him.
Not a single person.
Ain't nobody say nothing for him. They always talk about what somebody took from somebody. They always talk about what somebody took from somebody. But how many people he made? How many people he helped?
Even a potential Trump pardon might not save him. When Trump was asked if he would pardon Diddy, he said he'd like to look at the facts first. Trump mentioned that Diddy used to like him, but as soon as he got into politics, that friendship drifted away.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think some people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, he sort of that relationship busted up from what I read. I don't know, he didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden, you know. I don't know, I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact.
And get this, even if he somehow gets out, there are hundreds of civil cases waiting for him. Reports say it will be hell on the outside as well. The psychological toll this is taking on Diddy is massive. He reportedly had a complete breakdown during the holidays when reality finally hit him. Can you imagine? One day you're being served by an army of staff, and the next you're cleaning your own cell. The physical transformation has been shocking too. Court reporters say he looks astonishingly thin and has gone completely gray. This isn't just stress. This is a man who's been broken down completely.
Folks, let's go ahead and see what Diddy ate in jail for the 4th of July. Diddy's 4th of July prison menu revealed. Breakfast, fruit, cereal, breakfast cakes, and milk. That actually sounds like a really good breakfast. Man, you're getting fruit, cereal, breakfast cakes? What are those, like Dunkin' sticks? Lunch, hamburger, bean burger, 2 hot dogs or soy dogs, mac and cheese, green beans, and fruit. These meals are actually sounding like really good meals to be eating while locked up. Now, it goes without saying that on special days, holidays, you do receive a holiday meal, but usually that's served at lunchtime, and then for dinner time, you get a bag lunch. But it looks like breakfast, lunch, and dinner where Diddy's locked up at were all boss trays. And speaking of that dinner tray, baked fish or black beans, buttered noodles, mixed vegetables, 2 pieces of white bread, and juice.
What really gets me is thinking about how he went from those famous white parties with celebrities everywhere to being afraid someone's going to poison his food. That's not just a change in lifestyle. That's a complete destruction of everything he thought his life was. Look, I want to be real with you about something. This torture might not just be about prison politics or karma. Diddy has made a lot of enemies over the years, and some of these people have serious power. When you're talking about someone who allegedly has dirt on Hollywood's biggest names, and suddenly he's in a position where he might need to talk to save himself, well, that makes certain people very nervous. The timing of everything, the level of treatment he's getting, the fact that even his money can't protect him, it all points to something bigger than just regular prison justice. Some people are saying this is karma for what he allegedly did to young people at those parties. Others think this is about keeping him quiet before he can expose the wrong people. Honestly, it might be both. Do you think Diddy's treatment is karma or something more sinister? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. The next few months will reveal if Diddy can survive long enough to make it to trial, and what secrets he might spill to save himself. One thing's for sure, the man who once ruled Hollywood is now fighting for his life in a concrete cell. This story is far from over, and I have a feeling the worst is yet to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one where we'll break down exactly who might be worried about what Diddy knows.